if your person you voted for wins, somehow you've accomplished something.
Also very true.
And it's like, that's where it's almost like this, where people are living vicariously through the identities that they've created.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way to, like, what's the word? Make their identity stronger.
Yeah, and kind of borderline dissociate in a way, because those things aren't your personality as a person.
Right. Or it's like, I guess that's where war kind of came from. It's like, your side won.
Won what?
Won what?
There's a lot of dead people around on
Right.
both ends.
So it's like, you know, because a lot of people will be like, oh, we won World War II against the Nazis.
Did we?
What did you personally win? Did you abolish some sort of evil on the planet? Because I think it's still alive and well. So, you know what I mean? It's like this external sense of winning makes us feel like we're winning internally and like we're not. And it's like, actually, the concept of winning, maybe that's what it is. Like, the concept of winning from 3D to 5D is completely different. In 5D, a win is like when people are healed. Or actually, when you surrender, you win.
Mm-hmm.
Versus when you fight and defeat this other thing, you've won. And maybe that's what we're looking at in collective consciousness, is like, everyone's trying to slay these external demons, when really, if they just surrender internally, then they've won.
And you know what's interesting, because you mentioned what was it? World War II. Anyways, and it was funny because I was gonna show you this. It was from Hal Turner. He posted it today, and he was like,
"Get him, Hal.
Did you know?" And this is again the whole like there's a deeper meaning behind everything, like how the Super Bowl's a big thing for child trafficking, the politicians, it's just a front for them to get in anyways. Like you said, the war, they didn't really win anything. So here's an even deeper level going on, like the wars that we feel we've accomplished in our history in terms of America. Did you know that in the summer of 2000 that Saddam Hussein announced Iraq was going to quit accepting the US dollar for all transactions? We invaded Iraq again in 2003. Did you know that Gaddafi announced in 2009 Libya would create its own currency called the African gold dinar, which would replace the US dollar? In 2011, Gaddafi was killed by NATO-backed rebels. Did you know in 1938, Germany arrested the Rothschilds and seized their central bank? The following year, World War II started. Germany was destroyed. Did you know last year in 2021, Russia announced it is removing all US dollar assets from its wealth fund? Do you see a pattern yet? That's all he said.
So maybe when we're always trying to like defeat this external demon, this external threat, it's just, we're really like fighting with ourselves, and B, notoriously, it's been always like that. The dark has sought to defeat the light. As soon as it senses that the light may be winning, it wants to kill it, and then it has the full support of the collective consciousness, who is not looking at the energy and simply getting caught up in the story. And so we have that same thing happening in the US right now, and I was like, I had been saying for a while, I was like, oh, I've got to do more podcasts and all these things. And today I was like, I'm going to do one on the Pluto return, because I just had so many things in my brain and I felt like I needed to get them out to kind of, that's how I process, is like I start talking about something, it clicks for me. And it was like, the US is going to get a really big wake-up call in judgment. And I know Hoga's like talked about it a lot, of like judgment being kind of the root of a lot of our issues, and I see it